and I want to not be in the pot with the blinds. I just want to be heads up with him. So I'm going to isolate with a hand that can flop well, and I feel like he's not going to 4-bet me too often, and I feel like he's just going to call a lot, and we're going to flop trips and stack him, hopefully. But our hand flops well, and we don't want the blinds to come along because we want the fish's money all to ourselves. And again, we're betting half pot because we can bet half pot, half pot, half pot. And this is a spot where you want to check and line up stacks so it's a good river shove size. I don't really have the time to do it, but there's 17 in the pot, and if I bet 10, there's going to be 37, and we're going to have 32 left. So it's a good spot to bet 10 and show the river because we're going to have just under pot size left, and he's not going to fold because he is from Paris, and Paris people don't fold. So, that's dumb. He probably had like Jack 10 there, or maybe like pocket 2s, but I really didn't think he was going to fold there. The Queen was probably a bad card because it put an overcard to the Jack on the board. But going back to pre-flop, we 3-bet not even 3x his raise. We wanted him to call, and we want to play pots in position against him because he is a weak player and he's playing too many hands, and we don't want the small blind and big blind coming along. We could flat there, but I mean, we just don't want to see a 4-way flop because it's less likely that we're going to get the fish's money. So we 3-bet to 425, and we think he's going to call with a huge part of his range. And he went ahead and called like we thought, and we were able to take it down. Here, I feel like he's going to fire most turns if we call. So while we might have the best hand now, if a spade comes and he fires, we're not going to know what to do. If an overcard comes and he fires, we're not going to know what to do. So it's just a spot where we are probably folding the best hand a lot of the time, but his range on future streets when he leads into us is going to be a lot better than our 7s. So we want to just go ahead and fold now because we're most likely going to have to fold on a later street, and there's really no point in giving him however much he bet, 250, when we're going to be folding to 5 on the turn. This is a pretty decent sized pot. I'll look it up in the replayer after it's over. I assume raised. I don't know what I assume now. I assume it went raise 3-bet call, check call, and then lead. But I mean, I've definitely been wrong before. And they chop it up. So he flats pre-flop with ace king. And here, I'm just gonna bet because I feel like he's gonna call with like ace queen a lot or just any overcards. If he raises, I'm most likely gonna fold, but I feel like he's peeling with every single overcard in the deck, and I'm just gonna check and take the showdown. I'm calling if he bets because I feel like he's just never got a pair here. And he's probably going to bet like 9. Nope, he checks and doesn't give us the benefit. But he's going to be peeling with every overcards that he has because that's a board that doesn't hit us, and he's going to be, thinking that, oh, he's probably got whatever, and like I'm going to hit and take his money. So I bet like just under half pot. I think the pot was 10. Pot was 11, and I bet 4.5. So I mean, it didn't have to be a big bet, but I wanted to be small so he can keep calling with his ace-king hands, or not his ace-king, but his ace-queen hands, or like his king-10 hands, you know, like he's just not going to fold, so we want to get value. And then when the turn comes and it's low, I feel like a lot of the time he's going to be betting all of his overcard hands, and he's going to be checking like his pocket 8s or his pocket 6s there. But he just went ahead and checked behind because he's French, and French people wave the white flag, so he didn't fire, and that's horrible, but, you know, whatever. So Smackjack 777 knows who I am, probably knows I'm making a video. Where are you from? Someplace I can't pronounce. Okay, so probably not going to give us any credit ever, ever, ever. So I'm going to be 3-betting him for value. I'm going to be 3-betting him light for value, though. Probably like ace-10 and better, just really, really light for value, because I feel like he's just not going to fold. He knows I'm probably making a video, and just, I'm not folding to him. It's going to be a variance fest, but I'm not folding. King 10 is a little bit loose of an open under the gun. I mean, not so much, but it adds to our equity that Van Bat was in the blinds. I actually think I might end up leaving this table if this short stacker stays here. I want to play pots with full stacks. Yeah, so I have a table that's under here, and it's gonna probably fill in for this table. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit out and join this full table. I'll give him a little sorry, and good luck. And bring this table up. Looks like it's got a little bit more regulars, and we'll have some fun with them for the last 15-20 minutes or so. Okay, so he starts off, by 3-betting in the small blind. He 3-bet pretty quickly too. I'm more inclined to believe that's a value hand than a bluff hand, because he made it almost as soon as Acra opened. And if he has a value hand, he's probably got the table up and is waiting for his action to come around so he can, try and get money in with his good hand. I'll look and see how many tables he's on. He is hiding from search. Okay. So I don't really know how many tables he's playing, but if he's playing, more than 4, that's a pretty reliable timing tell when he instantly 3-bets that he has a decent hand, because he's already got it in his mind that he has this table up and he's going to play this hand. And so if he were to time bank and think about it, since I still have a pretty good image, I could consider cold 4-betting. My hand kind of sucked for it because I don't really have any blockers to anything. I think I had King 3, so I mean it wasn't the worst hand because I block like King Queen and King Jack Ace King, but I'd rather have like Ace 6 off there when I'm 3-betting or when I'm cold 4-bet bluffing. And again, with Van Bat in the big blind, King 4 suited is good enough for me. Both of these guys are relatively tight, and so is Skarsgård. So, I mean, I'm basically playing heads up against Van Bat. 14-11, 16-11, and 7-4 over the 40 minutes that I've been playing is just ridiculously tight. Van Bat, again, I'm not going to be bluffing him. So if he checked here, I'd probably be checking behind. I'm gonna open here just to get some action going.